Okay, Bob Seaver here. We're gonna call this meeting to order. It is Friday, May 31st, about 8:40 in the morning. Roll call. Joe?
Here.
Chris?
Here.
Bob here. We have a quorum. And we're here to discuss a formal appeal by BCE.
No, Sandridge.
Sandridge, my
We're
mistake.
gonna do no action on
Okay.
all, yeah.
Sandridge.
Yeah, that's Sandridge midstream.
No, exploration and production.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Well, good, we'll get it all right then.
Who goes first?
I think Jeff does generally.
Okay.
And you guys have the handouts that I handed you.
Right.
And I want to make sure that Jeff and Jerry know that all affidavits have been signed and notarized by me, so we're good there.
Okay. Well, actually, Jeff can go, but basically, for the board, this is Jerry Wisdom. We have a map that Jeff has supplied. It's a little bit better map than we had in the past, last year I think Chris was asking for that, and a list of the saltwater disposal wells. So Jeff has supplied that for us this year. We are still in current litigation for this, so this is a more formality than anything else. So we're basically agreeing to disagree. Is that not correct, Jeff?
That's exactly right, Jerry. Thank you.
So we're agreeing to disagree. So we wanted the board to have that map and the saltwater disposal wells that I told Jeff we had last year. But the only other thing is, the volumetric. This is on a saltwater disposal wells that we believe that because of the Oklahoma Supreme Court case are taxable. Jeff and them take the stance that is part of gross production and exempt. So we would just ask the board from the assessor side to affirm the $24,672,779 value for this year as listed on our schedules, and then we'll continue on with the other, trying to get this resolved.
Now, I'm looking at 8 disposals, is that correct?
I don't know if there's more. I don't know if there's 8 or not. Because so mixed up in there, Chris. I mean, I got the Woody, Jessica, the Prophets, Andy, Joe, Sarah, Ann. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're correct, Chris. As you always are.
Okay.
So we just like to, that's one of the reasons that we did drive up this year, is to get the board's approval or non-approval if we want.
And you are still contending that these are covered by gross production?
That is correct.
Okay. Jerry,
Yes, sir.
my feeling on this thing is if it is on the lease location, it's possible to be a gross production issue, but when it leaves the leasehold premise, it's not
Yes.
covered.
Yeah, we are in agreement with that as well. If it is part of the same lease, that's what the Oklahoma Supreme Court had ruled, and therefore there should be an allocation apportioned, to the volumes. That's one thing that Jeff hasn't resolved in prior years. We've got the the percentages that were from other wells, but if you'll look, we're still keeping the same adjustment factors that we had for the last time. Over there, if you see over to the right on my exhibits, like on the Jessica 1-12, we show 25% factor, so we're showing about 75% of the water is coming from the Jessica lease. So that value is only valued for 25%. And thusly, if you go to the Commons saltwater disposal well, we're showing about a 72% value. So we're saying 28% of the water is coming from the Commons.
Yeah, okay. That's my opinion, you know, we've got the same situation we had last year.
Yes, sir. Jeff and I both agree, understand that, so I think we'll just move on to the other, and hopefully we can get some clarity from the courts.
I agree.
Well, in that case, I would move that we concur with our assessor and take her numbers, which would be yours as far as I'm looking at here, and disapprove Sandridge's application.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries.
And just for an ad lib, you had BCE mock on there. Me and Jeff were working on the BCE mock location as far as the taxability issue. We went out last week and did some inspections on the compressors. Some of those are being used as gas lift compressors as well. Some of them recirculate, some of them can go down line. But in any event, for right now, we are trying to get some clarity from BCE MOG on how they're claiming their exemptions for the gas compressors, and Jeff's working with them. I sent him a list of the other stuff, and we're trying to find out how they're treating those assets for the BCE MOG. And then we'll get back to the board as soon as we have a determination, between both parties. Is that right? You agree with that, Jeff?
Yes, Jerry, I agree.
Okay, gentlemen. Well, thank you very much. Ladies, I don't want to leave Shelley and Ned out of this.
Thank you.
All
Do you
right,
have
thank
more
y'all.
questions? Did you
Thank
have
y'all for
something,
calling
Chris?
in.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Let them decide when to get that figured out.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
trying to get some information from Mock about, I didn't understand the whole thing, something about what they're doing as exemptions, something to do with taxes and how they're claiming them or something like that, so.
Undoubtedly, they're saying recirculation, which means they compress and go back out the hole or bore versus going down line.
Why would they compress and go down the hole?
Well, because they're not wanting to, with cheap gas right now, they're not wanting to sell it, they're wanting to just use it to gas lift the liquid.
Oh, get the junk out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Get the liquid
okay,
out.
okay. And
So they're just recirculating, but if they're compressing for sale, then I think that is, that's not covered under gross production.
they're not producing anything.
No, and it's going off location. Anything that goes off location should not be covered under gross production.
Yeah. No.
So I don't understand why, if we get a Supreme Court ruling here, why they, are still contending that these saltwater disposal lines, which according to this, look up in the Freedom Line, they got one disposal up in the corner and it's covering 7 wells, which are a long ways away. I mean, there's a lot of pipeline there. And so, That is a no-brainer to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too. I just think a glitch in the law that lets them do this and not pay, not pay, not pay.
Yeah.
Until they change the law, they're gonna continue to do that. There's no, because we have no recourse.
Yeah.
So how many years of this is in escrow?
Which one?
Uh,
DCP, we're working
Oh,
on
that's right.
starting number 4.
Do they
16,
put-
17, 19, this
And
will
they
be
put
4.
this money in escrow, it just, they still pay it.
Treasurer's office is holding it,
Gee whiz,
yeah.
the school districts. Dying.
Yeah, most of this is in, well, a lot of it's in our district.
Mhm.
But, you know, you go into Carmen from the west, and you see that one location there that's got,
Yeah,
a large amount of tanks.
Yeah.
I think they have a disposal on that one location. Okay, that could be legitimate if it's, the water's not leaving that leasehold in.
right.
But when you're pulling water from here all the way up to the corner there, that's nonsense.
Well, I find it fascinating that, and frustrating that we don't have a court date on that until next March.
Yeah.
They're,
Absolutely absurd.
they're hoping that they're starting some of the court cases in some of the other counties. So they're hoping that
They win them.
when we figure out what's going on and how those go, maybe they will decide to settle